Hello friends, welcome to today's Python programming and data science class. And in this class we will see the second part of operators in Python. In this class we will see the conditional operator, identity operator and membership operator. In the last class we have seen the unary and binary operators. Under the unary operator we have seen unary plus, unary minus. Under the binary operator we have seen the arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operator and assignment operator. Okay, and in this class, we will see the ternary operator, that is conditional operator. After that, the special operators. We are having two special operators. First one is identity operator and membership operator. Okay, let us see all these things in today's class. The ternary operator, which is otherwise called as conditional operator. Okay, first let us see the syntax for the conditional operator. Here, option 1, if followed by condition, else option 2. So this is the syntax for conditional operator. Okay, if the condition is true, the option 1 will be taken, else the option 2 will be taken. So this is conditional operator. Here we are having three operands. This is first operand, second operand and third operand. Three operands. So this is called as ternary operator. Okay, let us see one example for this ternary operator. Okay, here I am having two numbers. Number 1 is 44 and number 2 is 55. Okay, and I will create another number 3. Number 3 which is equal to number 2 if number 1 is less than number 2. Else we can assign 100. Okay, so here number 2 is option 1 if number 1 less than number 2. This is condition, second operand. Okay, else 100 is the second, that is third operand. Okay, 100 is the third operand. Now if number 1 less than number 2 is true, then this number 2 value will be assigned to number 3. Otherwise 100 will be assigned. Now what is the value of number 1? Number 1 is 44 and number 2 is 55. Now number 1 is less than number 2, so this is true, the condition is true. Now what is the value of number 3? Number 3, 55 is assigned here. Now we will print the first value is assigned to number 3. That is the first option is assigned to number 3. What is the first option? So here number 2 is the first option. So 55 is assigned here. Let us check the result. So the first value is assigned to number 3, that is 55. First option. Okay. So the same statement, if we use the normal if statement, we have to write 4 lines. We have 4 line of statements. But instead of writing all these things, the conditional operator, if we use only one statement is sufficient. Okay, so this is the importance of ternary operator. Okay, so let us see this if statement also. If n1 less than n2, then n4 is equal to n2. Then n4 is equal to n2. I have created another variable. Okay, else n4 is equal to 100. Okay, so this is the meaning of this particular statement. Okay, let us check what is the value of n4. N4 is also having the same result. See? Okay, and now we will see another example. Now n3 is equal to n1 if n1 greater than 50. n1 greater than 50, else the value 50 will be assigned to n3. Okay, what is the value of n1? n1 is 44. Number 1 is 44, isn't it? 44 is greater than 50? No, the condition is false. Now which value will be assigned to n3? The 50 will be assigned to n3. Now let us print the n3 value. See, the second option will be assigned to n3. Now see, now the second value is assigned to n3, value is 50. Which one? 50 will be assigned to n3. The same statement will be written in this if else format. If n1 greater than 50, then n4 which is equal to n1, else n4 is equal to 50. Okay, we will get the same result if we use the if else condition also. See, 50, the same value will be assigned here. So in the variable explorer also we can see the current value of all the variables. n1 is having 44, n2 is 55, n3 50 is assigned here. Okay, the last value, and n4 is also having the value 50. Okay, so this is conditional operator or ternary operator. Ternary means the operator is going to perform on 3 different operands. So this is called as ternary operator. The next one is identity operator. Okay, identity operator is a special operator in Python. It is having two operators. First one is and second one is not. Okay, the purpose of identity operator is used to compare the address of a particular items, address of objects or variables. Okay, to check the address of object or variable, we can use this identity operator. Let us see example for this identity operator. I am having two numbers. Okay, number 1 is 100, number 2 is 100. So number 1 and number 2 are integer variables. Number 1 and number 2 are integer variables. Okay, now I am using is operator. Print number 1 is number 2. Number 1 is number 2. Okay, number 1 and number 2 are same. Yes, it is same. It will give true. Okay, it will give true value. The identity operator will give always the logical values. Okay, which are the logical values? True, false. True or false. It will give only the true or false value. Okay, and print is not operator. Number 1 is not number 2. Number 1 is not number 2. This will give false value. See, the second one is false. Okay, and now I am going to add 50 plus number 2. That will be assigned to number 3. The next statement, see here. Okay, number 3 is equal to number 2 plus 50. Now I am going to test whether number 3 is number 1. Okay, what is the value of number 1 here? 100. Number 1 is 100 here. Number 3 is 150. Number 3 is 150. Whether these two are same? No, this is not same. What's the value? It will give false value. See, false value will be given here. And now I am going to test number 3 is not number 1. Number 3 is not number 1. Yes, number 3 and number 2 are not same. So is not, it will give true. Okay, so if we assign the same value for the variable, these are the result. Next, we will move to list sequence example. Okay, now I am going to create two lists, list 1 and list 2. So list 1 value contains 2, 4, 6. The same values will be given to the list 2 also, 2, 4, 6. Okay, now I am going to test list 1 is list 2. See here, values are same. I am giving same values. Now I am going to test list 1 is list 2, whether it is same or not. No, these two are not same. Is operator will give first because the list will be stored in different addresses. List 1 will be somewhere else in the memory and list 2 will be somewhere else in the memory. So by using is or is not, we are going to test the address of those two variables. Okay, list variable. Here list will be stored in different places, so both are having different addresses. This will give only the false value. And I am going to test with is not. Okay, list 1 is not list 2, then this will give true because both addresses are different, isn't it? So it will give true. And now I'm going to test, that is I'm going to compare the values of list. Comparison, value comparison by using double equal to. Okay, logical equal to sign. So this logical equal to sign is actually used to test the values are equal or not. Values are equal or not. This is the purpose of double equal to operator. Okay, now the values of list 1 and list 2 are same. So this will give true. This will give true. Okay, so to test the values of two lists, we can use the logical equal to operator. Okay, but if we want to compare the address of those two lists, we have to use is or is not operator. So this is called as identity operator. Identity operator. This is used to check the identity of an object. Okay, this may be a variable, right? Do you understand this? Okay. Next we will move to membership operator. Okay, what is the purpose of membership operator? We are going to test a particular member in a sequence. In the sequence data type, we are having so many operators, data, isn't it? So string, list, tuple, so many members will be there in the sequence operator. For all these things, we are having a collection of data. We are having a collection or sequence of data will be there in a string, in a list, or in a tuple, whatever it may be. So under this, we are going to test whether a particular member is available in the list or not. So for that purpose, we are using the membership operator. Okay, let us see one example for this membership operator. First, I will take list. So in this list, I am having 5 data members. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, and now I am going to test whether member 4 is available in this list or not. See, member 4 is here. Member 4 in list 1. 4 in list 1. 4 is in list 1. Yes, it will give true value because 4 is available in list. Right? And I am going to test 5 is not in list. 5 is not in list. Not in list. So 5 is not available here. So this will also give true value. So see here true. And next, print member 3 is in list. Print member 3 in list. See, there is no 3 in this list, isn't it? So what value it will give? It will give false. It will give false value. Okay. Now I am going to create another variable of type string. Okay. String 1 is equal to Kuppam Engineering College. Okay. Now I am going to test whether Kuppam is in str1. Kuppam in str1. Okay, Kuppam is member of str1. Kuppam is available here. Yes, Kuppam is available here. Okay, so this will give true value. This will give true value. And India is not in str. Okay, the word India is not in Kuppam Engineering College, isn't it? Is not operator. So this will also give true. India is not in str1 because str1 contains only Kuppam Engineering College. Now I am going to test India is in str. India in str. I am going to test this. Which value it will give? It will give false value. It will give false value. Okay. So the membership operator is also give either true or false value. Okay, what's the purpose of membership operator? It is going to test a member is available in the sequence or not, right? So up to this we have seen the ternary, that is conditional operator, and special operators. In the special operator, we have seen the identity operator, membership operator. Identity is and is not, and membership in and not in. Okay, up to this we have seen, and in the next class we will see the input and output statements in Python. Thank you.